Veterans Voices is sponsored by these local businesses.
86-year-old Bill Hite joined the military back in 1955 because he didn't have money for college and he didn't want to work in the coal mines. But that career led him to become a damage controlman in the Navy, a 6-time atomic bomber, and a member of the 101st Airborne Division in the Army. We introduce him in this week's Veterans Voices and explain how his life was just as interesting after he left the military. Billy Hite says it was an honor to enter the military in the 1950s.
Well, I was 8 years old when World War II ended. You grew up honoring the United States of America. You said your Pledge of Allegiance every day. You honored the flag. You honored all the veterans.
When Hite joined the Navy, the biggest body of water he'd ever seen was the New River in West Virginia.
I did something like about 50 deep sea dives, a hard hat. Picking up an airplane in the Sea of Japan, been in and out of Pearl Harbor.
You volunteered to serve, and now you're volunteering to dive. Why did you want to dive?
Adrenaline.
His career as a damage controlman took him across the globe to places like Japan, Hong Kong, and the Philippines. He even survived a typhoon and a tsunami.
You could see the flashes, you could see the mushrooms, you could feel the shock waves. The gamma rays, the alpha and beta particles from atomic bomb.
Hite went from diving in the ocean with the Navy to jumping from airplanes with the Army and the 101st Airborne Division.
Every time we turned around, we was going somewhere. We weren't shooting a bunch of people, but we were in stressful situations.
When he got out of the Army, he went to work for the railroad and then became a builder, eventually building President Jimmy Carter's office in Atlanta.
He was a great man, I mean a nice man. His wife was very nice. We met her.
That career in the military gave him the skills for what he says is one of the most important roles he's ever held, becoming a scoutmaster for his son's Boy Scout troop.
I was a sergeant in the Army. I was a petty officer in the Navy, and you have leadership skills, and you run your scout troop more like a military. You have your patrol leader, then it's a boy, and you give him the reins to run your troop.
He did that for 16 years in the Atlanta area. Some of the boys he led even going into the service themselves.
It's so gratifying that I've had as many as 50 boys that I have touched their lives in a positive way.
Hite says he's never questioned why he was given the opportunities he's had. He just went for them.
I've just had a very interesting and very fulfilling life. I'm 86 years old and just still enjoying life.
Hite is very involved with the American Legion. He still likes to build things, including windmills and birdhouses. He also stays busy with his wife and family, including his 16-year-old granddaughter. You can nominate a veteran who served our country and share their story for our ongoing Veterans Voices series. Just log on to WJHL.com and click the Community tab.